What is the Shear Saver and what is my opinion of the Shear Saver device? Well, let's find out. One of my groomer sharpeners, Carrie Serta, she saw the Shear Saver at a pet groomer's pet show, and she wanted my opinion, and I'd never heard of it, never seen it. I decided I was going to order it online, but the price was a little steep, and I didn't want to purchase one, but I was excited when I spotted them at the recent America's Beauty show in Chicago. So let me back up a little bit and talk a little bit about what's on their website. Their website and the literature says it drastically increases or extends the amount of time between professional sharpening. Now that's key. It does not say it's a sharpener. It's going to extend the time between professional sharpening. It also says Shear Saver is the only personal shear sharpener on the market, giving you control of your shears and bringing them back to like new sharpness in seconds. So that's a little questionable. Before it says it extends the time between sharpening. Now it says it's a sharpener. Let's go on. They say you can cut with more precision, less effort, every cut, and safely extend the edge life of your most valuable tool. Now, when I got to looking at it, I saw they had some Kenchi shears there, and you could get a Kenchi shear with the purchase. And I'm very familiar with the Kenchi company. I know Sammy. In fact, he's on one of the videos. I'll put the link at the end of this thing where we talk about the difference between stylist shears and grooming shears. And so I respect Sammy. So the fact that he endorsed it brought it up a little higher on my expectation level. They say on their website that it's going to save time because you can sharpen right at your workstation. It will save money because it's going to reduce professional sharpening fees. And with the sharpening fees running around $30 a pair, you should, if it can save you 5 sharpenings. Let's say you have 5 pairs of shears and now you can go a year instead of 6 months between sharpening. Yeah, it'll pay for itself in a year or two. And they also claim that it is safe for shears. It does not grind the shears, remove metal, or void the shears manufacturer's warranty. Now, I only was able to use at the show the demonstration shear they had there, which was a Kenchi. And so I can't confirm this on using a lot of different shears, but it seemed to do what they said. They say that it reduces injury because sharper shears mean less fatigue and stress on your hands, and that's true. If you have sharper shears, that's hard to say fast. If you have sharper shears, you're going to be able to cut better with less effort. And then they claim on their website that you have easier haircuts. It eliminates folding and pushing hair. Now, those of you that have followed me on pretty much any kind of social media will know the number one reason that shears will fold hair is a loose screw. Now, it can be if the shears are real dull, but at that point, I'm not sure if this is going to correct a shear that is folding hair, because that would have to be pretty dull to do that. As far as pushing hair, yeah, I would think it would make a difference. And they have a lifetime warranty. They say they stand behind their Shear Saver 100%. I did read beyond that they do have a 30-day return policy with a 15% restocking fee. So keep that in mind. If you buy it, don't like it, it won't work for you, you still lost 15%. And it wasn't on Amazon where I could get the free Prime and send it back. That was the first thing I looked for. It may be one day, but it's not there now. Now, when I was at the show, I was given a demonstration, and I tried the device myself on the shears that they had there, not my own shears. And here is my opinion. Number one, this seems to do exactly what it's intended to do. It allows the end user to go longer between professional sharpening. It is not a shear sharpener. Even though they refer to it in some places on the website as a professional shear sharpening tool, it really isn't. I found it a little fiddly. Will the end user, will the hairstylist, will the groomer be able to use it correctly? I had little problems with it, even with the lady at the booth showing me exactly what to do. And I'm a sharpener. I'm familiar with shears. I think this device is similar to the steel that a chef would use, which is a good thing. If a chef knows how to use it correctly, he can bring the edge back. He can't remove nicks on his knives, but he can bring the edge back. But those of us that are sharpeners, that sharpen knives, we have known the number of knives that come to us that home chefs have been incorrectly using their steel. It tends to make their knives duller rather than sharper. So, and also I noticed on their website they had important with exclamation mark, capital, bold letters. It says, Shear Saver is a professional shear sharpening tool designed for the professional hairstylist and barber. It is very important to view the operational video and review the instructional card included with your shear saver before using the shear saver on your shears. To get comfortable and confident with a shear saver, practice on test shears prior to using on your favorite revenue generating shears. And I think that is a really important warning. And I don't think that warning would be there unless some people have incorrectly used this and with less than stellar results. Number 2, I'd like to say this item, and I want to repeat, it is not intended to sharpen shears. If you've got really dull shears, if you've got nicks, no, it's just going to kind of bring your edge back. Basically, I think it's going to do the same thing as the nail buffer that I sell or that you can buy at any beauty supply for $1. At the end of this video, I'll put that video too. You may want to watch because I find the nail buffer works really well in bringing the edge back and extending the sharpening. You know, I haven't been able to compare the two side by side. So now my conclusion, I think this is a good device. It is good as long as it's used correctly and for the right purpose. If you think you're going to be sharpening your shears with this, or you're going to buy this and go out and sharpen scissors in the salons and the groomers and think you're going to have a business with a $149 device, no. Now, if your shears are adjusted correctly, they're kept clean, they're oiled, all of those good practices are going to extend the time between sharpening. Those things probably are as important or more important than using a device like this. I was impressed with how well the piece of equipment was made. I was impressed. I said that Sammy Wakinchi has endorsed it. I would have no trouble endorsing it and recommending it, just as long as it's used for the purpose as intended, which is to extend the time between sharpening. Sharpening has to be done by a professional sharpener, someone with a flat hone type professional equipment like the CIMAC, someone who's had specialized training, someone who has invested their time and their money and their knowledge in staying on top of all the new shears out. So yes, I endorse it, but it does not replace sharpening, and you must know how to use it correctly. And I think their words about practicing on your older shears first is perfect. If you have any comments, if you've used this device, if you like it or don't like it, put some words below.